Vladimir Putin is scheduled to visit Mongolia next week. This visit marks Putin's first trip to a member state of the International Criminal Court since a warrant was issued against him over suspected war crimes in Ukraine. According to the ICC's founding treaty, member states are obligated to detain suspects for whom an arrest warrant has been issued if they enter their territory. So, will Mongolia uphold this obligation and detain Putin, or will he be allowed to thwart the ICC's arrest warrant? Here's our report with more.
Russian President Vladimir Putin is set to make a controversial trip to Mongolia. This visit is notable because Mongolia is a member of the International Criminal Court that issued an arrest warrant for the Russian president in March 2023. The ICC accused Putin of war crimes, specifically the unlawful deportation of children from Ukraine, where Russia has been engaged in a conflict for over 2.5 years. And this trip marks Putin's first visit to an ICC member state since the warrant was issued.
The core of the allegation is that Ukrainian children have been deported or unlawfully transferred from parts of Ukraine into the Russian Federation unlawfully. The investigations have clearly showed that the allegations we put forward, the evidence we put forward are sound and have withstood judicial scrutiny at this stage of the proceedings.
The ICC mandate is clear. Member states are required to arrest any individual who has an outstanding warrant from the court. However, to make that arrest, the ICC lacks an enforcement mechanism. This has led to several high-profile failures in the past. Taking for instance, when Sudanese President Omar al-Bashir visited South Africa in 2015, even though the ICC issued an arrest warrant against him, South Africa did not detain al-Bashir, sparking international outrage and condemnation from human rights groups. Regarding the Russian leader's arrest, the Kremlin has repeatedly stated that it does not recognize the jurisdiction of the ICC. Instead, they've emphasized the purpose of this trip, which is to participate in ceremonies commemorating the 85th anniversary of the victory of the Soviet and Mongolian forces over Japan in the Battle of Khalkhin Gol. The Kremlin even added that the Russian president is also expected to hold talks with the Mongolian president and other top officials. While the arrest warrant against Putin is unprecedented, since the issuance of the warrant, he has avoided ICC member countries. Last year, he skipped the BRICS summit in South Africa, which is another ICC member. During the summit, South Africa lobbied Moscow to avoid the awkward position of potentially having to arrest Putin, leading to a mutual agreement that he would not attend in person. Instead, he participated virtually using the platform to criticize the West.
The desire of some countries to maintain this hegemony led to the severe crisis in Ukraine. First, with the help of Western countries, an unconstitutional coup was carried out in this country, and then a war was unleashed against the people who didn't agree with this coup.
Russia's stance on the ICC remains firm, but now as Putin prepares to travel to Mongolia, questions loom. Will the Russian leader face an arrest, or does he have other assurances?
From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
Kamala, you're fired!
I say, bring it on.
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill. We know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on First Post America.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity. One tree for Mother Earth. One tree for a future. Project One Tree, a News 18 Network initiative.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment. So thank you for making First Post 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished. On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What do you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
We'll start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. For the first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to First Post